not gonna do this. Oh no. Can I get them all? Oh, barely. Oh God. Hey guys, it's Sarah and I have a book haul. Didn't I post a June and July book haul? I think I did. This is the real July book haul. I wasn't expecting to acquire any books in the month of July because we were moving. But I still managed to get 14 books. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, I got to talk about these because they're coming into my house. So I have some publisher sent. I have some gifts. I subscribed to Book of the Month Club, finally. And then I did buy some books myself. I got 3 on Amazon and 1 at Barnes & Noble. So, yeah. It's fine. Okay, so let's start with the books that the publisher sent me. I did manage to get 4. The first one was actually sitting at my house here in Rhode Island when we arrived. So it was already, like, it was sent ahead of time. So that was kind of nice. This is The Princess Will Save You by Sarah Henning. Now this one actually already came out in July, so it is available now. And this one is being kind of pitched as a feminist fantasy inspired by The Princess Bride. And it follows our princess here. She's an actual princess. And in order to, I think, get her crown, she's given an ultimatum by her father. She either has to marry the prince from a neighboring kingdom to form an alliance, or she's going to lose her crown. She doesn't want to do that. So she's actually in love with the stable boy, and he gets kidnapped. So I think her father knows that they're in love, and so she's not only given this ultimatum, but he kidnaps her true love. So she can't marry him. But she's having none of that. So she goes off to save her true love and her kingdom, and like she's not going down with this ultimatum, absolutely. So I'm excited about this. It did come out in July already, so I don't plan to review it, obviously, but I do want to definitely get to this at some point. It sounds really interesting. So, and anything inspired by The Princess Bride, yes. And this one was sent to me from Tortine, so thank you. The next one that I have, I actually talked about in my August TBR because I do plan to read it this month, is The Lost Jewels by Christy Manning. And this is a historical fiction that follows 2 different timelines. One, I think doesn't say a year, but I think it's more like today's society. And then one in 1912, and you're following these jewels. I believe that I want to say that it was the royal family that had them in 1912, and then they get discovered again in today's timeline. And so our main character is like a jewelry, what is she called? A jewelry historian, and she is asked to come to London from the United States and evaluate these and try to see where they came from. So you're following the 2 different timelines, but I am going to be reading this month and I'm excited about it. And this was sent from William Morrow. This next one I'm really excited about. This one comes out in September, and this is A Most English Princess. This is by Claire McHugh, and this one is a novel of Queen Victoria's daughter. So there's a whole bunch of these types of novels going around where it follows real people in our history, but they're kind of fictionalized. The interesting thing about this that really caught my eye when they approached me about it is that the author, Claire McHugh, actually has a family connection to Queen Victoria. I believe one of either her grandfather or her great-grandfather or someone was the driver for the family. I'm pretty positive. Something like that. I have to go back and find the email that I got sent, because that was really what piqued my interest in this. I love that the author has an actual family connection to the story. So yeah, I'm really interested to read this. I'm excited about it. Again, it comes out in September. And this was sent to me from William Morrow. And then this one, you guys, In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I caught an arc and I squealed a little bit, like really loudly when I opened this, because Christina Lauren's one of my favorite authors, and I got an ARC of their book. I'm so excited. This one comes out in October. This is a book that is set during Christmas, and it's one of those tropes that the main character relives the same day over and over and over again. So I'm excited because I haven't really read that much like that. But oh gosh, Christina Lauren, and I have an ARC. I feel like I've made it, you guys. So huge thanks to Gallery Books. I really, really I can't. I'm so excited. Okay, so the next 3 are books that were gifted to me. So these 2 I got from my sister. Now, my sister is a member of Book of the Month. And so she has been this summer kind of going a little bit on a reading kick. She's a teacher. She teaches middle school math. So yeah, the last part of the year last year was really hard, working from home, but she was working really hard, you guys. Like, teachers, even if they're having to do it from home, it's a lot of work. So when summer hit, she was like, I'm going to read some books because I haven't been able to do that. So she did read quite a few of her Book of the Month books, and she gave me a couple that she knew I wanted to read. So the first one is The Wives by Taryn Fisher. Really want to read this one. I haven't heard the best things. I don't really care. I really like Taryn Fisher, and so I'm going to go into this with a little bit lower expectations, but my sister really liked it, and her and I tend to have, very similar taste. So I'm excited about this one. And then she also gave me The Knockout Queen by Rufi Thorpe. She really enjoyed this one, and she was really surprised. She said it's not a happy book, but it'll make you think. And she said, amazing character development in here. So she liked it a lot. So thank you, Ashley. And then I got the sweetest surprise. This is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This was on my wish list, and one of my subscribers, Jenna, saw it on there, and she sent it to me, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. So thank you, Jenna. Thank you. And she did send a couple books to my girls as well. They're upstairs. But yeah, so super excited about this one. I've heard literally nothing but amazing things about it. I think this is a middle grade, pretty positive it's a middle grade. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I squealed again when I opened it. So thank you, Jenna. And then I decided to join Book of the Month. Finally, I have been thinking about this for quite a while, and I finally just decided to take the plunge that I was going to go ahead and join. And I thought, we're here in Rhode Island. We're here for a year. Maybe I should just take this year and subscribe and see how it goes. And if after a year, if I either haven't read very many of them or I'm not impressed or whatever, then maybe I can stop it. So I'm giving this kind of like a trial almost. But let me tell you, I've been very excited about everything so far. So July was my first month, and I grabbed 3 books. I was able to grab 3 because I think it was because it was my first box. So I got a little bit of a discount, but I know that for the month of August, I could pick my credit one and then another one, but I don't know if I could pick another 2 or not. I don't know how many add-ons I'm allowed to pick now, but I know for the first one I was allowed to pick 2. So first one I got was Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And this is a horror novel, I believe, like a Gothic horror novel. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to read this one. I'm kind of saving it for a more October time frame, but very excited about this one. And then the one that I picked for my book is The Shadows by Alex North. I really want to read Alex North. I haven't read anything by him yet, but I have this one, and I do have a copy of The Whisper Man. So definitely want to read him and give him a try and see what I think, but this is like a thriller. And then I got an add-on, and this was one from what month? I think it was from June. Yeah, June. And that is One to Watch. And this is by Katie Stayman London. I've heard amazing things about this book. So many people said they just completely devoured it and loved it. And this follows like a reality show, like a reality bachelor type show. But it features a plus size woman as the person who is bachelorette, I guess you could say. So I'm excited to dive into this one. And this one's big. I was surprised when it came how big it is, but definitely excited for this one. So that's my July box. I will keep you, well, I guess my monthly hauls will have my book of the month picks in them from now on. And then I did grab some books from Amazon. So we had to put in an order for something for my daughter when we got here for her room. And this book was on my wish list, and I was just kind of randomly going through my wish list, you know, just taking a little look-see. I usually go through at least once a week and check prices and see if anything like goes on deep discount. This one went down. I think it was only $7.99, which is pretty good. And it's a book that I've been hearing so much about and definitely wanted to read. So I went ahead and grabbed it, and that's Lovely War by Julie Berry. This thing is big. I was really surprised at how big this was when it came. I wasn't expecting it to be so thick. I don't mind that. I like big books. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I have heard such amazing things about it. It is historical fiction, takes place in both World War I and World War II. But it's told by gods, like who? Hades is one of them. Who's the woman? Is it Aphrodite? Let me see if I can find where it says the narrator. Let's see. Yeah, Aphrodite. It's Aphrodite and Hades for sure are telling the stories. And then Apollo is in here as well. So yeah, I think that's such an interesting twist on it. And I'm really excited to see what this is all about. Cause that's really all I know about it. And that's all I'm going to look into, but definitely excited for this one. This next one did not go on a deep discount. I just wanted it. So I got it. Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. I've heard really good things about this going around. This is a high fantasy book inspired by Africa, I think. I'm pretty positive. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's like African folklore, but a lot of people have been reading this and really enjoying it. So this is the first book. I think the second book is coming out soon, actually. But I went ahead and grabbed a copy because I really did want to read it. This one's big. It's a beast as well. So this would probably be something that might take me a little bit to get through, but I'm excited about it and to see what this is all about. And the cover, you guys, is gorgeous. Now, this next one from Amazon is definitely one that did come from kind of browsing around and seeing what the prices were, and this went down to $7.99, I think, and that's like insane for this book. Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, I got book one of the Stormlight Archive. I'm nowhere near ready to read this though. I've only read The Final Empire and Warbreaker. Those are the only two books I've read. So I need to read, I want to finish the Mistborn trilogy. And then I could probably dive into this one, I think. But almost everyone who has read this has said this is like their favorite series, like of all time, or definitely of his for sure. So I went ahead and got the huge, it's so beautiful. The huge, heavy, floppy paperback that I love so much. So I grabbed it while it was cheap, basically. So I'll keep my eye on the other two. And when those go down, maybe I'll grab those too. So I'm nowhere near ready to read this yet, but I went ahead and grabbed it because it was on sale and I knew I wanted to get it at some point and read it at some point. So when I'm ready, it's here. But I could just look at it all day. Okay, last one that I purchased. I got this at Barnes & Noble. We have one here that's across the bridge from us. And we decided to go in one day because we were over in that shopping center anyway. Like, let's just go into Barnes & Noble. So we did. And I actually went in, I wanted to get this book. Now, I saw this book on Jessie May's channel. I'll leave her link down below. I kind of just discovered her and I really have been enjoying her videos. But she showed this and she actually read this recently and loved it. And it's a book that has been on my radar anyway because it is from the Great American Reads list. So it's definitely something I want to get to at some point in my life because I do have a goal to read all of those books. But this edition is so beautiful. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to get it anyway, I might as well get a really pretty edition. It'd probably be one that I keep in my library forever. And that is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. So this includes Jurassic Park and The Lost World, so the first 2 books. So this is the Barnes & Noble edition, I guess. I don't remember exactly what, is it a classics edition? Something like that. But you guys, it's a hardcover. Oh, it is so beautiful. No dust jacket. It is gorgeous. I love the white and the black and the red. It is just stunning. It's got silvered pages. There's a bookmark in it, like a ribbon bookmark. It is so beautiful. So I did not mind getting this and paying for it. There's a map. Lindsay, that's for you. Yep, there's a map in there. And just, it's so pretty. Like, I don't know. I could just sit here and just, yes, all day long. I love it, love it. Yeah, I've never read Jurassic Park, but I love the movies, like all of them. I love all the movies. My husband has read Jurassic Park. He read it in high school. What? He doesn't read. He doesn't read, you guys. Like, he doesn't enjoy reading for pleasure. So the fact that he's read something that I haven't bothers me. So I can't have that. But yeah, so I was very happy. They had 1 copy at the Barnes & Noble here, so I went ahead and grabbed it while I could. And yeah, so at some point I will definitely read this, but it will probably be one that I keep in my library for the rest of my life, for sure, especially with this edition of it. So I'm excited to read it at some point. Okay, those are all the books that I accidentally hauled in July. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, you guys. I really wasn't expecting to even have a book haul for July, but I did. So yeah, everything's fine. It's all good. All right, that's going to be it for me today. So let me know your thoughts down below. Have you read any of these? Are you excited about any ones that are coming out that I got from the publishers? I want to know that too. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.